Hello, boils and ghouls, and welcome back once again to Wannabe Reviewers Freaky Flicks. Now, the movie for tonight, basically it focuses on a little villain called Grass. Ooh, I got Grass Kirby here to help. But seriously though, guys, the villain of this movie seems to be Grass, and I'm just gonna say now, but this movie, I thought it was really bad, alright? Basically, for anyone who maybe hasn't caught on by now, I'm talking about a little Netflix film called In the Tall Grass. And yeah, basically the reason I said check it out, earlier in our episode when I was talking about Stephen King adaptations, I mentioned, that we've had, just this year, we've had, Pet Sematary, It Chapter 2, In the Tall Grass, and I believe that's it at the moment. But when I mentioned In the Tall Grass, that made me think that, oh yeah, I've seen that on Netflix, I should check it out. So sure enough, checked it out, and boy was that movie bad. I'm telling you, I think the Sharon Tate movie is still my least favorite, just due to how they treat the whole source material. But right after that, I think this is an easy second place, because it's just very bland and very... I'll get to that in a moment. Basically what the movie's about, there's these two siblings, and they're traveling... I don't remember if they were saying where they're traveling to, but I know they're traveling from, some sort of small town over to a bigger town. They're, on the freeway or whatever. The sister is, I believe, 6 months pregnant, something like that. I actually forgot a lot of the details. I'm sorry it was that boring, I didn't pay attention. But all I know is the two siblings are driving, sister's pregnant, they're heading to some bigger town or something. Along the way, she stops and she has to puke. And when she stops to puke, they're right next to a little church or whatever, and they hear a boy yelling for help from within the grass. So sure enough, they go in there, they're going to try to find the kid, and that's where all the craziness starts to happen, I guess. In case you still want to check it out, I guess I won't spoil it, I'll try my best not to spoil it, but basically within the grass, there's weird stuff with time and distance, basically, you're in there, it's reality is warped. So that's weird, right? And for the first part of the movie, I was interested, because it was interesting to see how you go into the grass, and it's a crazy environment you can't get out of, You go in and you can't get out, like I said, reality is all warped, and time's warped, and it's weird, right? So at the beginning it was interesting. The bad thing is that they're just in the grass the whole time. And it's just really bland. And the actors aren't that great. And the story is just really confusing. Nothing happens really. Or stuff's supposed to happen, but then kind of doesn't. It's kind of hard to explain. You haven't seen the movie. But basically, yeah, they're just stuck in the grass. There's some sort of evil presence or something in there. And in the middle of the field or whatever, there's this rock. You can hear whispering coming out of it. But it's never really explained what's with that rock. All you really know is that it's kind of evil, but you don't know how, in what sense it's evil or why it's evil or anything. And so yeah, the movie is just very bland because they're in the grass the whole time. And it's just very boring because yeah, stuff happens, but it feels like it doesn't mean anything. We need to see people running around and freaking out and there's something happening to them, but you never understand what it is. It's who cares, And yeah, I looked it up. The book honestly doesn't seem that much better. I think this is just a stinker all around. It's written by Stephen King and his son, Joe Hill. That's what he calls himself. And yeah, it's supposed to be this short story that kind of goes, the movie actually expands upon it. But unfortunately, it doesn't expand upon it, for the better. I feel like it just makes it, even lamer. I don't know. The book isn't good. Trust me, like I said, I looked it up. I looked at the plot. Isn't that great. And then you look this up, and even though it does expand upon it and give it, a more conclusive ending, and it kind of explains things a little bit more, it's still not that great. I just think it's a stinker all around. So, when it comes to stuff I like, trying to be positive, I like I said, the beginning part. It is kind of intriguing, okay, they're in the space that, they can't get out of, and it's mysterious, and you're wondering what's happening. That part was fine. But everything else was just kind of bad, The acting wasn't great. It got bland after a while. The fact that they're only in the one environment, like, it's really boring. Like, there's some movies that are only in one environment, it's fine. Here, it's just not very exciting. I think the cinematography wasn't that great. Like, when it's the nighttime, there's lots of times where you can't really see what's happening. It's kind of hard to, like, see. So that sucks. And yeah, even the changes from the book to the movie, even those weren't great, you know? Like, I know in the movie they add, like, a few more characters. And like I said, they try to explain some things and stuff. But I don't think it saves it. I think it's still pretty lame. So when it comes to In the Tall Grass, wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it is on Netflix, so I mean, if you're curious, check it out, I guess. But I'm telling you, I was watching it and I was just bored. I feel like nothing really happens. I just feel like it was very bland. But, you know, there you go. Like I said, it is on Netflix. At least, you know, if you have Netflix, it is free, I guess. But I wouldn't really recommend it. You know, I just think it's not worth it. So it's a thumbs down for me. Didn't enjoy the movie. And yeah, guys, that's my movie for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that review. We're coming really close to, you know, our end of Spooktober, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed the ride, and I'll be back here tomorrow with another movie. Bye-bye.